Hi, good morning. I'm Jen Wall. Thank you so much for joining us. The Arizona Department of Health Services has just released new numbers on coronavirus cases statewide. DHS is now reporting there are 6,948 confirmed cases and 293 deaths. The number of cases are up from yesterday when there were 6,716 confirmed cases and 275 deaths. Meanwhile, protesters in Arizona are still saying it is time to get things back to normal. Several hundred protesters filled the sidewalks at the state capitol yesterday, calling for Arizona to reopen. The governor is standing by his decision, however, to keep Arizona closed until the end of the month. We are only 2 days away from the stay-at-home order expiring. Right now, the state of Arizona is planning on a big COVID-19 testing blitz. The aim is to get about 30 to 60,000 people tested over 3 weekends. That starts this weekend, May 2nd, and those tests will be free and available at a number of places across the state. We have all the information you need to know posted on our website, 12news.com, and the 12 News app. Well, 12 News has learned that 22 residents of a long-term care facility in Chandler have tested positive for the coronavirus. That is according to emails to families, and those families are now worried about their care. Team 12's Bram Resnick explains why nursing homes are the valley's hotspot for coronavirus infections.
This latest outbreak is at a memory care home where caring for patients with dementia is an enormous challenge. It's also just down the street from an assisted living center where at least a dozen people have died. This residence, for some of our most vulnerable citizens, people with dementia, is home to a coronavirus outbreak.
My heart goes out to these families regarding what they're going through right now.
Emails to families at Avenir Memory Care in Chandler show 22 residents tested positive for the coronavirus. 2 have symptoms. The 20 others are asymptomatic. The facility's director telling families, "We are quarantining them the best we can. Being a memory care only community puts a lot more challenge on isolating."
These are people that often rely on people to help care for all their activities of daily living.
Avenir is across the street from the site of another coronavirus outbreak, Pennington Gardens. At least a dozen residents have died at the assisted living home. The Valley's assisted living homes are a deadly hotspot for the coronavirus. Nationwide, 1 in every 5 COVID-19 deaths are linked to nursing homes. Here in Maricopa County, 3 in every 5 patients who've died were residents of long-term care facilities. But county and state officials refuse to identify care homes with COVID-19 cases or deaths.
We consider that information confidential. We have no intention of releasing those data.
The president of Avenir Memory Care's parent company declined our request for comment. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, thank you, Bram. Hard to hear those numbers there. And new numbers show just how difficult it is for cities to access the protective equipment it needs to keep people safe. Orders for masks, gloves, and computer equipment seem to be on back order everywhere. The city of Phoenix, one of the largest cities in the country, has only gotten about 6% of the items it ordered in response to the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, the city made a $13 million order for personal protective equipment weeks ago. Right now, Maricopa County is struggling to make sure its healthcare workers have everything they need to keep themselves safe. The head of the Maricopa County Emergency Management Office says they're working as fast as they can to get items shipped.
But we, like many others, are waiting for delivery.
So fortunately, the city of Phoenix has managed to keep at least a 2-week reserve of masks on hand, thanks in part to donations. And experts say you could start seeing meat shortages at the grocery store by the end of the week. That is because a lot of meat processing plants have been temporarily shut down because of the pandemic. Officials say meat production is down 25%, and experts warn panic buying will only make the issue worse. So please don't do that. We've already seen way too much of that, especially here locally. And let's take another look at the new totals of coronavirus cases just released by the Arizona Department of Health Services. DHS is reporting there are now 6,948 confirmed cases and 293 deaths. The numbers of cases are up from yesterday when there were 6,716 confirmed cases and 275 deaths. And taking a closer look at the numbers here in Maricopa County, according to the County Health Department, there are 3,572 confirmed cases. There are now 135 deaths, 623 people in the hospital, and 183 in the intensive care unit. And don't forget, you can always find the latest information surrounding the coronavirus and how it's affecting Arizona on the 12 News app. It is free to download if you don't already have it. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this latest update. Have a great day and stay safe, Arizona.